Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to episode 24 of SANDWALLS, the Armored Heart. So, today we are going to check out if we can set up a couple of bookcases without being ashamed of how low value they are. I will also place down the chair that I forgot last episode. I even made a steel throne for her. I knew that I forgot something. And yeah, we are going to work hard on expanding the riches of SANDWALLS here, because this is seriously the biggest issue that I have found so far, lies in the fact that we are really not rich enough in terms of metals. I'm really feeling bad about our stockpiles here. So we got diplomacy that we can do. Let's see if we can get ourselves some exotic metals. So let's order. Can we order bismuth? Raw bismuth? It doesn't seem so. Do we need to process bismuth in it? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. So we are definitely going to order electrum, because I think there was somebody in the main cast who liked electrum. We are also going to order some rose gold, black bronze, sterling silver, all these items that are not acquirable in my area. See ya next year. Okay, so we got all that set up. Let's head down to the Jewelers Guild. So what did you guys cook up with the bookcases so far? Well, there's a couple of them that are actually valuable, but most of them have only seen their first lick of paint, so to speak. Yeah, there's a couple of them that have a decent value. Nice. So the other question is, how many quires do we have made so far? None. Sheets. Well, we have at least a couple of sheets. Do I have quires ordered? Yes, I do. Why is nobody making these yet? So nobody knows whether or not we got scrolls. So I'm disturbed. Well, maybe they just started recently with doing that. That could be the answer. That could be the answer. Maybe we just have recently had a harvest of pigtail. I'm pretty sure that this is what's happening. Meanwhile, Unu, the Lord of the Pit. Let's see how life is for Unu. There's still that web spitting thing. Uncontested, you see. Uncontested. If I remember correctly, that was it. Yeah. So this is the creature that is the reason why we can't enter our caverns anymore. And as you see here, it has a pretty substantial amount of kills under its buckle. It's a silent killer. Sethutha has feasted well in the previous years here. It even killed another forgotten beast. And it just lost its teeth. That's all that has happened to the beast. That is the reason why we can't enter the caves anymore. Well, fun, isn't it? So we're going to go and see what we can acquire metal-wise. I mean, I did dig myself in the previous episode into this little pillar to acquire some of its wealth, and I'm afraid that this is the strategy to go. It's at least the best that we can pull off here so far. I mean, this somehow feels degrading. Like as if you are scraping out the last few bits out of a Nutella jar, hoping that it will be enough to spread over another piece of bread. That's how I'm feeling right now. Maybe that's a weird analogy, but maybe some of you can relate. I don't know. Maybe we are wired differently. Anyways, that pillar back there, that's looking good. That's looking promising. So, well, we gotta work with what we got, friends. And I mean, the beneficial part about it is we got limestone for ages. We can basically build another fort out of limestone here. So our steel industry is going to be absolutely in a good shape. No problem whatsoever. But jokes aside, I think we are onto something here. This might be a pretty annoying way of prospecting for minerals, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. There we go. There's a few scraps of tetrahedrite coming around, you can't deny. I'm feeling like a beggar. Begging the mountain for some scraps of metal. But I mean, this basically makes up for an interesting story for SANDWALLS, all in all, as this is a story of strife and a story of hostility. So they came here because the geologists promised them there is metal down there. We know it. We have seen all the signs. Little did they know. So a couple of newcomers have hit town, and it is time to make a ginormous green corkscrew. Yes. Didn't you know? We're going to make that, of course, for our friend, the Chief Medical Dwarf. And why are there no sandbags here? We ordered those. Didn't really get into processing yet. But maybe it is... I should do this like that. The way I wired it, it was a little bit wrong, because it will only trigger then if the sand is actually really empty. And probably sand wasn't empty yet. I don't know. Or we don't have a proper sand collecting spot anymore. But that doesn't seem to be the issue. Whatever, we're going to do one thing. See if the manual collection clocks in or not, or if that does a whoopsie. And see if the next few bags of sand that I'm ordering here are landing where they are supposed to land. Sometimes it can take a disturbingly long amount of time for these orders to be processed, especially if you have a lot of orders already running in your fort. So we'll see about that. Yeah, they finally made it. I mean, obviously they finally made it. But, well. So, let's see. What do we do to upgrade your bedroom accordingly? She had a lot of preferences there that we could fulfill. So, green glass was one thing, and the ginormous corkscrew. Yes, yes. So, well, a spear, right. That was another thing that we are able to whip off. So, let's put up a steel spear, because why should we bother with anything less? So yes, the sand collection goes down just as it should. I don't know yet what the issue is at hand, but we'll surely find out. Like I said, sometimes it is just flat out impatience. And the wiring of that job was ill-formulated, so that might be just the conditions that had made problems there. Oh, sheesh. Nothing in there. So yeah, that is that's our life now, friends. That's our life now. And for some odd reason, yeah, there's just a lump of aquiferous rock blocking us from further expeditions into that direction, blocking most of the juicy tetrahedrite. But yeah, we are trying it nevertheless. Let's see what we will find down there. Because I can't deny it, we just need more material. And the other point is we really do need more gemstone. our fort really has not enough gemstone. But I mean, I do realize that I made a mineral scarce world, so I pretty much ordered it like that. But I still wonder how Dwarf Fortress does translate the mineral scarcity condition for reals, as it feels these days as if mineral scarcity was only a parameter that defines how often it spawns on the world map. Because whenever I am on spots where it spawns on the world map, it is the same density on the map itself. So I am assuming by now that in the world generation process we only configure the distribution of that stuff on the map grid, but if you have it on the map grid, it seems to be always quite generous. That's it, in a nutshell. So yeah, we're digging in pillars now these days. I find it really disturbing that the other beast that we got is such a silent killer. Sethutha, we have not seen a single combat notification of hers. We only get the combat notifications of Unu. We're seeing a lot of Unu, but Sethutha, the silent killer below. That is what's really scaring me about that beast. Anyways, I think I can now bring up the items that I wanted to have. So I obviously need new displays, because I just officially ran out of pedestals to use. I think I also might have ran out of copper, silver, but yeah, we're also officially out of silver. Sucks. So let's make some stuff out of copper. I think a couple of displays of copper would be not bad. Not bad at all. Here. So let's make a few, like 30. Yeah, we do need them quite a lot. I do like to display things, and I think we are going to use them. So the claystone is almost licked clean. Jeez. We are quarrying so much, and it still does not seem to be enough. At all times, it does not seem to be enough. That's the most troublesome part. This is going to yield no more claystone, so we got to go like over here. We are hollowing out the mountain more and more. I think by now my military force is also legendary enough to be able to wrangle Unu, but the problem is Unu sits on a floor that is interconnected with the one where Sethutha dwells. So we would unleash that beast onto the rest of our fort at the same time. Can't have it really one without the other. Okay, I am quarrying like a madman. I am well aware of that. The fact is just I need it if I want to have any bigger gemstone findings up ahead of me. Okay, so let's see where this will get us. Over here. Oh, nice. These guys. They're worth quite a penny. I like it. So yeah, it's total madness what we're doing here. But I do like how Dwarf Fortress's mining minigame always manages to pull off something new on me that I haven't seen so far. That's always making me happy. All right, let's finish up these areas, because I just realized that that they obviously aren't finished yet. So let's pull some prepared food of that stockpile. And yeah, it even ain't a officially declared dining hall here yet. What did I even think? We still need something to spruce up this place, so we're going to order another set of copper statues. So, well, we're going to... Let's see. Let's make a set of statues that tells the story of SANDWALLS so far. 20 statues. Describing the previous 5 years of life in SANDWALLS. We gotta spend that copper at the end of the day. I think I think my machinations finally have sprung to life. That looks just like what I ordered. So, let's see. Corkscrew. There we go. And a steel spear. Spear, yeah. There we go. So that should make Bear's life a little bit nicer. So let's see, who is out there still that I have forgotten? So... military dwarves. Melville the Tavern Keeper. Melville Vessel Castle. We really haven't seen her since a while. So, how's life been for you? She's also from the 102 year, so, well, she learned something about surgery lately. That's not what I expected from a tavern keeper. So, well, she's been angry 2 years ago in the summer about an argument, but beyond that, life for Melville seems to be amazing. She has a lot of good friends. Well, actually not. Not a lot. Only a few. She's also a passing acquaintance with Goblin. And she's a worshipper of Raal. All in all, I think her life is pretty good. Let's see what she likes. Gabbro. Yeah. Nickel silver. Cat's eye. I don't have that. Giant narwhal leather. Seriously? Giant narwhal? That's what you're reading on? I didn't even know that these things exist in Dwarf Fortress, but well, I shouldn't act surprised about that now. So, donkey cheese, apricot wine, okay, slugs. So we can gabbro up a place for her. I don't know if I have enough gabbro to floor a room like that anymore. We'll try that out while we're at it. Yep, lots of it. So, well, sadly I didn't find anything on Melville's like list that we could really make happen. Nickel silver, one day maybe. But at least we can make some gabbro furniture. Come on. That's the least we can do. Ah, sheesh. I need to pause the job. Otherwise, once they picked up the job, you can't define the materials anymore. So, 1 gabbro coffer and 1 gabbro cabinet. Coming up hot. There we go. I love that we get our main cast now all under one roof here, basically. This is a really cool feeling. So, there we go. And let's start kitting out that library a bit. Alright. Darned hay fever, making me search for words longer than usual. So if you ever wonder, it's beginning very early this year. Okay, so a couple of bookcases have been spread all over the place. I'm going to not set up lots of super luxurious tables now, because I really, really don't feel like it on this run. So let's make it like that. And of course, One shall not forget to install Jurist's lever. Probably a couple of those. I mean, you only need as many of them as you have librarians. It's the gist of it. Everybody who's supposed to write a book needs a lever to twiddle on. I just don't know why that is so, but that is so. Alright, so let's start putting up some decorations there. And after that, I'm going to set up the chairs, and I think one day soon this place will spring to life. I think what I've forgotten are a couple of chests. I think these are necessary as well. There we go. I like the idea of this, whoopsie. I like the idea of this library being spread over several rooms like that so much. Because it does feel, in all honesty, quite organic this way. Now come on, you! You're not getting my artifacts, forget about it. I'm just in the middle of something. What are you doing, you fools? I'm just building my library. Jeez. Sorry, guys. I got rudely interrupted by greenskins. So we're going to finish this project, of course, first. So here you go. And then we define it as a library. So yeah, chests are missing, exactly, and chairs are missing. So I'll be tuning down on the chests for a second, as I am currently building something for my apartment project. Therefore, I don't want to accidentally have my furniture disappear there. So, petitions. The great Torments wish to parley in order to avert loss of life. Yeah, your lives, maybe. So, let's see. We're going to station our men in front of the doors of SANDWALLS. And let's see what army the goblins field. I mean, I gotta admit, they're bringing a couple of people more this time. A couple of bodies to kill. They're also skilled, so they come with decent gear. Yeah, it's looking scary at the first glance. So let's check out if they have something I should be worried about. Not really. Not really. Alright. So we're about to witness slaughter. So let's see, are both squads present? Not sure. This doesn't look like 2 squads yet. So, I mean, ideally, I should really assign everybody into a burrow, like, to station people to safety. So 40 people. They field 40 gobs. 40 gobs versus 20 legendary dwarves. Who will win? That was a rhetorical question. So, yeah, the last tombs have arrived, and now we can just pit them against each other and enjoy the glorious gore. So yeah, they're just walking normally as of yet, but they'll be wheezing around. Oh yeah, there it goes. So the goblins have quite a fighting force together, but I'd be surprised if any of my dudes are actually going to be injured or. So yeah, that's a gob, not a dwarf. These red dots, these red hearts, they are gobs. So 3 of my soldiers went into martial trance. If dwarves go into martial trance, they basically turn into ironclad blenders. I think this is what this describes best. So let's see. I want to check out. So let's check out the adventures of the Swordmaster Rimtar. Now, this looks like a lot of gore and carnage. So the Swordmaster looks surprised by the ferocity of the militia commander's onslaught. They crashed into each other. All right, but apart from that, we see the goblins miss the Swordmaster, and we see the Swordmaster chopping up people. And the only thing that happens sometimes is that they start bumping into each other. So let's check out what Rimta did chop up this session. She didn't feel anything about these poor suckers die. So yeah, she. It's hard to tell how many she took down this day. Let's see, Ustooth. How many have you taken down, roughly? 5. Yeah, it's really hard to tell how many gobs they each kill. But as you see there, this this didn't go exactly in favor of the invaders. So, yeah. But that had to be expected. I wanted to get my underground squadron to some action as well, because I feel like they deserve some goodness as well, you know. We can't have the other guys have all the fun constantly. Alright, so let's see. Did we dig ourselves into any calamities? It's always the important thing to ask at some point. So I did not manage to breach any walls, but well, they are spread all over the place. I mean, the good part is we obviously hit several veins of tetrahedrite, so I really consider this a big success. Let's do one thing though. Let's make sure that they're not going to be carving open these areas here. Okay. So that is no good news. Why do we see that? It's usually the result of somebody having opened a wall where they shouldn't. So did a whoopsie happen over here? No, it didn't. Alright, well, we'll see if one of the Forgotten Beasts is finding its way into the fort one day. That's, I don't want to jinx it in any way, but, you know, things like these can happen if you don't take care of situations like these. So, the furniture that we needed is ready to be placed down. There we go. Enjoy your Gabbro apartment, dear friend. And we are going to set up now the chests that we're missing here. So that's a nice looking library to me. Of course, every one of these chambers gets its own chest. I mean, this is total overkill, blatant overkill, unnecessary overkill, but I really like how this looks in the bigger picture, you see. So that's going to need a scholar, and we're going to use, well, Azum the stoneworker is going to be one of ours. And, well, we should definitely retire one of the soldiers one day, but only one day, not 2 days. And we are going to give the other job to a paper maker. Why not? So these need to be now assigned to scholars. Besmar, hold the lever forever, and this one, Azum, hold the lever forever. Now they will start pondering about the deeper things of life And while that's happening, I'm going to whip off the outro, because I feel like we've made excellent progress. We have now finally the library realized. I mean, maybe we need to get the materials that are necessary there together still, but I feel like we're made a huge piece of progress. We also are melting down some goblinite, so that's pretty nice. Drop me your comments down below. A thumbs up would be wildly appreciated, and consider subscribing. The description box leads you to various other things that I did Dwarf Fortress wise, and you can also find my Discord, my Twitch, and Patreon, PayPal, or Buy Me a Coffee are there if you want to discreetly dump something in my direction as a thanks for the hard work here. I'd be deeply appreciating. Check out also the channel membership system if you'd be so kind. And a big thanks to everybody supporting the channel. And a big thanks to you watching this video up until the very end. And see you all on the next one. Bye bye.